Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. Everybody doing this wonderful evening or morning, depending on when you're watching this video. NFL season is back, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys pumped up as I am? Because I am pumped. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get into this slate, let me break it down, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at Vaughn the Stat Man. And guys, check out the website, vaughnthestatman.com. If you're watching me for the first time, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button and also subscribe to me so you won't miss my future videos. And people who've been following me for the past 2 years know that I am the leader in DFS. All right, guys, so let's get right into this slate, guys. Now, first, you have the season opening up with the Bears and the Packers. I don't recommend anybody playing that single game because if you miss on the player, you won't cash. Your odds of winning a single game is very slim. So I recommend putting your emphasis on the Sunday contest. All right, guys, so before we get started, do you think Mahomes will throw 50 touchdown passes? How do you feel about Andrew Luck retiring? Will the Ravens revolutionize offense, and will they have the number one defense for 2 consecutive years? Can Pittsburgh bounce back from a disappointing season? Will the Browns make it to the playoffs like everyone is predicting? Will the Giants be the worst team in the NFC? How long will before the rookie quarterback for the Giants start? Will the Seahawks win the division like I am predicting them to do? Will the Rams make it back to the Super Bowl since Cooper Kupp is healthy? And will Le'Veon Bell ball in his new team? How do you feel about LaShawn McCoy being cut? And the Patriots, can anyone stop them from getting to the AFC Championship game? I sincerely doubt it. I think they are a lock. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. At quarterback, guys, I'm going to break it down real quick. You got Mahomes at Jacksonville. Now, Mahomes is just a wizard. He's going to ball out against Jacksonville. He's not going to have a 30-point game, but I think he still gets 20 points. Luck retired, so that means Jacoby Brissett, you up next. You got Russell Wilson home against Cincinnati. I love that matchup. You have Matt Ryan on the road against Minnesota. Not a fan of that matchup. Baker Mayfield against Tennessee. If you guys don't know, the Tennessee Titans defense is not a slouch. They will do extremely well week 1. I think they're going to run it down Cleveland's throat. But I think Cleveland should come out with the win. Next, Cam Newton is said to be healthy, so he will start week 1 against the Rams. This is all on Cam Newton. The schedule is setting up perfect for Cam Newton. Now, let's go back with the Colts. Everyone is like, oh, my God, Andrew Luck is retired. The Colts season is over. No, it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you a little stat on Jacoby Brissett. When he last started, he had 9 wins. The Colts had 9 wins going into the fourth quarter. That was one of the best in NFL history for the games that they lost. A lot of those. So they were actually better than a lot of people thought. Now you have him 2 years into this system. He knows this system. He is very competent, and he also played with the Patriots, so he's very smart. Belichick only recruits smart players who love football. He checks both boxes. The Colts will still make the playoffs with Brissett, and Brissett might be the fantasy steal in week 1. All right, guys, so now let me go right. Got Jared Goff at Carolina. I like Jared Goff, but let's go Wentz. I love him against Washington. Winston against San Fran. I love that pick. Now, let me give you my pick. I'm giving you Kirk Cousins. Now, Kirk Cousins didn't live up to his billing last year, but this year he will live up to the billing. Kirk Cousins will ball out this year, and it will start week 1. I think Minnesota will be one of the top 3 teams in the NFC this year. The defense is on point. They will be a top 5 defense. He has Dalvin Cook back. He has, to me, the best wide receiver tandem in the league. When I say tandem, it's just 2, not 3. If you talk about 3 wide receivers, I would say New England. But if you just go with just the starting 2, I would say Diggs and Thielen. I don't think you can find a better starting 2 than those. Some people would argue that Atlanta, but other than that, I think it's some people might say Kansas City, but I say Minnesota does. All right, now let's look at some of the running backs. You got Saquon Barkley, who most of the professionals professional running backs who were Hall of Famers believe he will be the #1 running back this year. So if you believe he can get you 20 plus points, run him up. Elliott probably won't play week 1, so that means the rookie, you're up. But if it was me, I will go with Morrison. Next, you got McCaffrey, who is a stud. He catches so many balls out of the backfield, so I love him week 1. I think he gets 22 points or more. Next, you got Johnson, who might be the steal of week 1. He is going to have a phenomenal year. He's going to catch so many passes because the rookie quarterback is going to have to do a lot of checkdowns. So I loved Johnson in this week 1, and I love him pretty much every week. Next, Bell is going to ball. You can check Bell down for 20 plus. Next, Mixon is also going to ball against Seattle. Gurley is dying to prove the doubters wrong. Everyone is talking about this man's knee. From what I saw, he looks as though he's full speed ahead, and I think he's going to prove it week 1. And he's going to be low owned. Chubb is going up against a really stingy defense. Tennessee doesn't give up a lot on the ground. The way you beat Tennessee is you got to throw it over the middle of the field. They don't give up a lot of rushing yards, so Chubb might struggle. So my running back will be Cook, because Atlanta, I don't believe they're going to stop Cook. He's going to run it well. He's going to catch it out of the backfield. So Cook is my second player in the top 4 and my 4 horsemen. Next, let's look at some receivers, guys. You got Julio Jones. Now, Julio Jones catches so many balls, but his lack of end zone productivity scares me. I mean, he'll have 10 catches for 140 yards and no touchdown. I'd rather have a guy that has 5 catches for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Jones for 8,500, I will fade him week 1. Odell Beckham, I will also fade him. Tennessee does an excellent job because their coach comes from the Belichick tree, and Belichick takes away your best player, so they will take him out of week 1. Next, Evans, I love him in his matchup. San Francisco has Sherman, and Sherman doesn't have the lateral foot speed to stay with Evans, and plus Evans is just a freak of nature. I don't care who you put on him, he's gonna destroy San Fran. Next, you got Hilton, who should benefit. No one is gonna play him. He might be a great GPP play, but on the road, I don't like any team on the road against the Chargers, so I'm not gonna go with him. I like Allen against Indianapolis. Indianapolis defense is better, but Allen is someone who'll probably get you like 6 catches, 80 yards. But I think Williams will be the one that gets the touchdown. Next, you got Hill. I don't like him against Jacksonville. You got Cooper against the Giants. I love him in this matchup. But my receiver will be Thielen. Thielen, if you see my theme here, I'm going with a Minnesota stack week 1. Thielen, to me, has one of the best hands in all of the NFL. Of course, you got Julio Jones, and then the Texans receiver, who Hopkins is #1. I will put Edelman up there. You have a couple other guys, but I love Thielen. His connection with Kirk Cousins was on point in the preseason. I think Thielen is going to ball. All right, guys, so now let's break down the tight end position. I love Kelsey, but on the road against Jacksonville, I'm going to fade him. All right, guys, and last but not least, the boomstick play of the night is none other than Kettles. Kettle will be the #1 tight end in week 1. He's going up against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. I love this man to catch 10 balls and 2 touchdowns week 1. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. I am on to week 2. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. And for the people who purchase the season NFL, you will get the remainder of the MLB for free. So good hunting on your DFS week 1. Love you guys. Hey everybody, this is Vaughn the Stat Man, and I just wanted to send a positive word out to everybody. I know that everybody that's watching this video, you want to be better people, you want to grow, you want to expand, and I know you want to be successful. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to have patience, you have to have persistence, and you got to be dedicated. You have to really go at it 100%. And you have to just take a leap of faith, ladies and gentlemen. Take chances. You're going to make mistakes, but make them big. If you don't jump, you'll never have success, ladies and gentlemen. And success is something that we all can obtain. You have to see a goal, you write it down, because then it put the onus on you to make something happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, just stay focused and you'll obtain all that you desire. Love you guys.